fewer than 350. That's how many North Atlantic right whales are estimated to be left swimming in today's ocean. Once thriving in the thousands, these giant 70-ton marine mammals are now considered an endangered species on the verge of extinction. Fiercely hunted in the days of commercial whaling, the right whales got their name because they were the right whale to hunt. These animals are filled with massive amounts of blubber that once served as a source of oil to light cities.
It's spectacular.
Jeff Corwin of Marshfield, a conservation biologist and executive producer of ABC's Wildlife Nation, has a passion for protecting right whales.
It's a creature that was pushed to the brink of extinction during commercial whaling. By the end of the 19th century, 99% of that population was gone.
But why haven't these animals been able to bounce back? The answer isn't so simple. Experts say the leading causes of death among the North Atlantic right whale include ship strikes, which we'll get to shortly, and fishing line entanglements. It is estimated that more than 85% of North Atlantic right whales have been caught in fishing gear at least once.
We know exactly where every whale is and what time of the year where they are at along our coastline. So we can strategically reposition, go a little bit slower, not for the whole year, during that tight window of time, to allow these animals to move unharmed as they migrate north.
Nicknamed the urban whale, they feed close to the water's surface and near shore. Their migration pattern hugs the mid-Atlantic and New England coastline. This simulation, created by the New England Aquarium, shows what it would be like for a right whale to get tangled in fishing line. The line in question is static vertical rope used in traditional lobster fishing. Typically, lobstermen fish with a string of up to 50 traps lying on the ocean floor, and a vertical line on each end connected to a surface buoy to haul the traps in. The solution? Some say it's on-demand ropeless fishing technology. This removes the vertical line traps and replaces them with recovery boxes lying on the ocean floor.
What we're trying to do here is come up with a technology that allow fishermen to fish in areas that are closed to fishing with static vertical lines. What we have is a deck box.
Henry Milliken, a supervisory research biologist with the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, says this gear is in the testing phases. But it gives lobstermen another tool in their toolbox to use when Massachusetts waters are closed from February to May during the right whale's migration.
We know that right whales get entangled in vertical lines. So what we do is we actually either store the line subsurface in the cage, or we actually inflate a lift bag and bring the whole trap to the surface and then haul the gear which is attached to that system. The fishermen are going to be the ones to sell the technology. If the technology works, the fishermen will let other fishermen know that the technology works.
Fishermen like Rob Martin.
What's the conversation within the lobstering community?
It hit me when it happened, when I got closed. I never thought it was going to happen. And it did. It's like it was a wake-up call.
We went out on the water with this longtime lobsterman to see some of this gear in action.
We just released it. The buoy just came up. I think we were 100 meters away. It was steaming over to the buoy right now, and you can see it right over here.
Martin is testing the two types of high-tech, on-demand traps.
And the door opens up and all the rope comes out.
Both controlled by a recovery button from the boat.
You just deflate this,
Yep.
and then it just sits on the top.
Yep.
Right?
This new technology does come with some drawbacks, like the price.
Ropeless is the ultimate goal of all the environmental people, but it's certainly not the goal of the lobster industry. The lobster industry will not be able to survive the way it is if ropeless is going to be the issue, because it's so costly.
Gloucester lobsterman Sookie Sawyer.
I've been a lobsterman since I was a kid. My father was a lobsterman.
Is president of the Massachusetts Lobstermen's Association.
I got 10 traps spread out along the bottom here.
He feels the frustration that comes with fishing closures during the right whale's migration months.
It's 100% closure, and there's zero chance of a right whale getting entangled in Massachusetts lobster gear because it's all on the dock.
And lobster gear on the dock means at least a 4-month hit to a commercial lobsterman's salary.
Well, it's very time-consuming and costly to bring all your traps in and then, put them all back out again. You're not making any money during that whole period of time.
There is a natural friction between conservationists and those who make a living on the water. But Rob Martin says there is opportunity here for everyone.
And I always say you put a fisherman, a scientist, an engineer together, working one another, they'll give us the product, we test it.
A collaborative effort.
It's important that these fishermen aren't just handed the gear and told to go use it. They need to be trained in how to use it.
To keep the fishermen fishing and the right whales swimming, entanglement free.
It's important to note that all lobstermen are currently taking precautions to reduce the chance of whale entanglements. On their vertical fishing lines, they use breakaway ropes or weak links that break at around 1,700 pounds. And since we finished reporting this story, NOAA announced $82 million in funding for the protection of North Atlantic right whales. Advocates say this is a critical investment for the future of the species. Up next, using sound to keep whales safe.